Taiwan's defense ministry has slammed a new spending proposal from the main opposition Kuomintang. It's about a quarter of the budget put forward by President Lery late last year and puts conditions on U.S. arms deals. The two bills will now go up against another one from the smaller opposition Taiwan People's Party in the legislature. Our reporter Lery has been covering this story and joins us live from our Taipei newsroom. Lery, what's the progress on these bills so far?
Hi, Jeremy. So, to talk about the three bills you just mentioned, today lawmakers are in session to advance them to committee next week before an upcoming March 15th deadline. Now, this is mostly a procedural step and paves the way for these bills to be debated more fully. Now, the original proposal by the Lery administration was for $40 billion spread out over 8 years, funding an already agreed upon arms package from the U.S., in addition to T-Dome missile defense system and 200,000 drones. The TPP's bill only funds a U.S. arms deal and has a spending cap of about $13 billion. The KMT's bill is roughly $11 billion on what they're calling a plus-end basis, providing a path for future arms sales if they are government-to-government agreements and if they receive further legislative approval. But the Defense Ministry says the KMT's proposal isn't feasible. It leaves gaps in Taiwan's defenses and has impossible to meet requirements.
他都要求我们要在117年的12月31号以前全数交运完毕，就是这个意思啊，执行完毕啊。那如果依照这样子，那就等于我可以说，那就实质的封杀这所有5个案子了，因为不可能执行嘛，不可能执行。
Arms transfers normally take years to complete, especially ones that include weapons as complex and as precision as these are. Furthermore, Taiwan has little control over U.S. arms production.
So, Lery, the legislature is going to need to move pretty quickly on these bills, right?
That's right. These bills, or these letters of offer and acquisition for some of these weapons have an expiration date of March 15th. In the event that Taiwan does not manage to sign these bills in time, the U.S. can sell some of these weapons to other countries or counter with new or different prices. Now, to avoid this situation, the Ministry of Defense is asking for authorization to sign these letters in advance and then return to the normal procurement process. Furthermore, this comes amid a lot of U.S. pressure on Taiwanese lawmakers to take the country's defenses more seriously, as well as recognize the threat that China poses. This is also complicated by the fact that at the end of this month, U.S. President Donald Trump is scheduled to head to Beijing to meet with Chinese President Xi Jinping, and it is reported by some media outlets that he has delayed Taiwanese arms sales until after that meeting to avoid antagonizing Beijing.
Thanks, Lery. That was Lery reporting from our Taipei newsroom.